I remember reading a long time ago a story about elephants in Africa. What happened in this story is a group of females with their daughters, they ran a sanctuary for elephants in Africa, and they did very well for themselves. And the males were becoming less and less. They were sold, they were older, some passed on. So they had mostly female elephants there. And what happened with these female, they realized if we're going to continue with this and proceed with what our business, we need to get some male elephants. They went out and they purchased, I think, 7 elephants, young, strong, good, healthy elephants. They put them in with the herd. And what happened is after a week or so, they ran roughshod over the huts. They were running wild. They were scaring the young females as well as the older females. They had fights amongst each other. They didn't bother with the females. They were running away in the woods, in the jungles, the rivers. They had to bring them back. And the musk was running from their temples. It was practically dripping off their chin. So they called an older man who dealt with elephants his whole life, and he was from India. They called him in to find out what was going on, what was wrong. So the man was there probably for 15 minutes, saw the wreckage, saw the elephants, and he threw his hands up in the air. And he said, "You bought 7 teenage elephants. They have no male elephants here to guide them, to help them, to keep them in control. They've run roughshod over everything you own. This is the problem." After that, they went and they purchased a couple of adult male elephants and got them in control, sold a couple of the young ones. Problem solved. I thought about this because that's what's going on in our country. We have kids that are babysat by their phones and their computers and laptops. Um, and that's okay with the parents because they're busy. Doesn't matter how much money they have. I mean, some of these people, these young men, they live in executive homes. The father is very busy with his business. The mother is also. It's different than when I grew up. I'm not saying that's better. I don't think it's any different. We all have to learn, and we're all learning right now a different way. Electronics has taken over our life. The sad part is we're losing the connection with our elders, with our parents. There's nobody really guiding us. Any information a young person, a young man or woman needs is online. They don't listen to parents like they used to because of this, because the father isn't home and there's nobody to put them in their place if they need to. And the problem is that they don't want to hear it anyway because of what we've done in the past few decades or more. And slowly but surely, I think we're headed for disaster. I don't know what the outcome will be, but I only can compare that to when I was a young man growing up. Your dad played baseball. We did things on weekends. They kept you in line and they spoon fed you right and wrong, helping people. And they would help you do that, fix someone's fence, go over someone's yard if their lawnmower is broken and the husband's working his tail off. You go over and mow their lawn. Things like that don't happen anymore. And it's sad because it's pushed us in a bad direction. What will happen eventually if we keep going down this road? It's going to be a shock to everyone, because everything is going to be so far out of control. It's going to take an awful lot to bring it back to normal, whatever normal is, but it's a lot more normal when I was young than it is today. The elephants calmed right down, and if the world wakes up, the men will be able to calm down the young men. And that's my story and my outlook for today. My name's Larry McDonald, celebrating sobriety. Come and meet me on Sundays if you want. Subscribe if you like what you hear. Thank you so much.